Hello, welcome to the Q4 Syrinx 365 product review. So I'm excited to talk to you through some of the things that we've been working on through Q4 of last year that have been released. I'm going to walk you through some of them on screen and some of them I'll just talk you through. So to begin with, we're going to focus on the searchability of Syrinx 365. So if we go into our staff menu option and then we can go and search for mobile work schedule. So within here, you can see that we've got all of our different jobs that we've had. So this in itself is good. You can see it, great. But the thing that sort of makes it much more powerful is the already existing Syrinx page views. So where you might go and add filters, you can essentially save that to create your own page view. So a little bit like Art Attack, here are some that I created earlier. So vehicle checks, something that's obviously a regular thing is that people need to be able to go and find vehicle checks. It's a legal requirement to be able to sort of pull up a vehicle check to prove that you've done them, this is what was found, and so on. So you can go through, you can add your filters. So you can see here I've got a group of vehicle and a status that's completed, failed. Basically, I've just got rid of the cancelled because that's not what I'm interested in. So you can see here you've got all of your relevant ones, and then just like the search screens throughout the rest of 365, you can move them around if you need to. You can reorder them again depending on what you're looking for, just to make it that bit easier. So that's a good one. That should bring some efficiencies. Another one, which you have already seen some of, but another one of the things that we've done over the last sort of quarter is we've updated the search screens just to give you sort of better real estate for your data. So the summary panels down the left-hand side, these themselves aren't new. But what we've done is we've given you the ability to collapse it down, because there are some people that aren't interested in that. They see their information here, they want to go straight into it. So you can collapse these down, and then that way, this isn't such a great example because there's not so much data in this search screen, but you can see how you are essentially focused now on the information that's there. You've done your search. In this example, I'm looking for open contracts. I can see more data, and that's what I want to be able to do when I'm in these screens. So, like I say, you can collapse the summary panel there. We've moved this little hamburger menu. Previously, this was sort of below this line, which in turn then pushes the grid further down. So you see 2 or 3 less records in your result set. And so moving it up into the header just means that you see more data. And then along a similar sort of lines, we've got filters. So previously, when you added a filter, they would add at the bottom here, they'd add underneath the search screens, and they would just, again, fill up more space, pushing everything down. And so what we've done is we've added in a button, and we've put the filters in their own little container down below. So you don't see them all the time, but you've got your little number icon there. It tells you how many filters you've got applied. So I know that coming into my open contracts, I've automatically got 1 filter applied, and I can see what that is nice and easily. And again, just going back to the mobile work schedule, going through these, I've got driver jobs there. I know that I've got 2 applied. If I want to know what they are, I can just jump in and see them right away. So again, just makes it that bit easier to see your data, maneuver around and see what's going on. So moving away from search screens, if I just go to enter a purchase order, we are just going to pick Bosch. So if we go to enter a purchase order, what we used to have, you didn't used to be able to amend. You didn't used to be able to amend your accounts department codes, and so that in itself is just a pain. There are certain scenarios where you might not necessarily want to use what the default is, and so if I select a different one, actually, if I select this one, there we go. And then if I go into nominal codes, you can see I've pulled through an accounts department of 1, but I can also go and change that figure as well. So perhaps it's something that you'd normally buy. It'd normally be an accounts department 1. But because I'm not going to use it for hire, perhaps I'm going to go and sell this particular one. I might want to put it to a different accounts code, and so I can go and put that in as well. So that just gives you a little bit more flexibility in 365. So that's the end of the ones I can show you. We've got a couple of others that I just want to quickly talk through. So one of them is around your email settings. So up until now, if you go into user options, then when you entered your email settings, then that was essentially stored in your Windows registry on your local PC, which is fine. It's caused a couple of sort of challenges for us in the past. And then now that we've got Syrinx in the cloud, it also sort of brought further challenges. And so we've essentially moved those into the database rather than being at the client registry level. So that's just one thing that we've done there. And it just means that you don't have to then go and update those every single time you log in if you're on cloud. So obviously a time saving there. And then the last one is we've been working on some sort of speedy ActDB access. And so ActDB is the file type that's used for the access elements of Syrinx 365. And one of the challenges that we've seen is where you don't have a shortcut. You don't have a quick sort of a keyboard shortcut just to be able to go and change database with 365. And so with that, one of the things that we've done is we've changed how the Syrinx 365 program sort of works with access in the background. And so without sort of getting into too much techie detail, essentially what it's doing is you have your ActDB file there. When you log into 365, it says, hey, I'm going to copy that master ActDB file, put it there, and I'm going to use that copy file so that the master never gets touched. And then what that means is that you could log into Syrinx 365 again, and it will go and copy that master file again a second time. So I can essentially log into Syrinx 365, log into database 1, and then I could also log into Syrinx 365, and then I could log into database 2. So whether that's the fact that you are sort of trying something new, you don't necessarily want to try it in your live system, you want to connect to your demo system so you can go and try it, but you've still got people coming to your account, you can go and do that in your live system as well. You don't have to jump between the two. And then likewise, if you are a part of a business where you've got multiple business units and you've actually sort of got it set up with separate databases, then again, it allows you to be in both systems at the same time without having to log out of either of them. Just to sort of make everyone aware, that's just like an early adoption piece at the moment. We're working through that. We just want to sort of make sure it's fully tested before we push that option out further. But it's an exciting thing. It doesn't just sort of fix the problem that was there. We've actually sort of gone past that, and it should give some new good functionality as well that benefits quite a few people. So that's everything I wanted to talk through there, the highlights of what we've done throughout Q4. Thank you for your time. I look forward to talking you through what we've done in Q1.